culture? Is it influence you in your culture, or how does it work, do you think?
Has it influenced my culture?
Influence your culture, or when you went to the Indonesia, how does it influence you? Why you attracted to that? Why did you want to play, or how did you get into it?
Okay, well, originally I was attracted to gamelan, I think, by the sound of it, because I was a percussionist, so I was a drummer and percussionist, and it was initially the sound of gamelan that attracted me. And at that time I was listening to a lot of music from different parts of the world, African music, Tibetan music, and gamelan music. And gamelan music somehow kind of struck a chord in me. It kind of resonated with me. I thought, oh, this is great. I love this. It really kind of does something to my soul. And then that kind of affected what I was playing on my drum kit. So I would extend my drum kit with different types of materials, so that I would be kind of imitating gamelan patterns, especially Balinese gamelan patterns on tin cans and things. And then when I started playing gamelan, I realised that this was this kind of wonderful music, and that you're just part of this whole thing that's going on. Yeah, I mean, now I don't play other types of music, so gamelan has taken over everything. And when I'm not playing gamelan, I'm thinking about gamelan, or I'm listening to gamelan, or I'm dreaming about it. So it is my life now, and it's completely taken over my life. So yes, it has definitely affected me, and how I think about, also how I think about other cultures as well. I think it's kind of expanded that, affected that.
You've been to Indonesia, you've been to Java, you've been to Bali. How does their culture, you've been there for a very long time, you speak Indonesian as well. How does the culture affect your life, how you feel as well? I noticed that South Bank gamelan players, they more become Javanese rather than become British.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes. Because, let's say, for example, Javanese culture is a culture of refinement. So you're refining the spirit, and that's what the music does. You play the music, and you are you're kind of getting rid of your ego. So you're becoming part of this group, and you're not thinking about yourself. You become much more refined. You're not following your emotions. You're kind of in control of your emotions. Everything's kind of calm. So this, I think, is how you play Javanese. Ideally, how you should play Javanese gamelan. So you're not thinking about everything. You get beyond thinking about notation or how it works. You are just kind of part of the music. And I think that should extend to your daily life as well, as how you kind of how you relate to daily life and situations. So you don't kind of get angry, or and as a teacher, of course, this is very important. You don't lose patience. You stay calm under any kind of pressure. So I think this has affected me definitely, because since I've been playing gamelan, I've been teaching, and the two have kind of gone along together. And Balinese gamelan, I think, the same way. Again, it is a culture of kind of refinement, but it's slight with a kind of with more edge, I'd say. Do you agree with that? Balinese gamelan is kind of difference between Balinese and Javanese gamelan. It's a bit, the Balinese are more kind of a bit more outgoing, I'd say, a bit more extrovert than the Javanese, but still that kind of refinement. And I realised when I started going to Bali, they thought I was very refined, and they kind of, because I was studying in Java, maybe they thought I was kind of too refined, possibly. But I think it also affects how you play the two gamelans as well. I think when you play Javanese gamelan, you need to be kind of calm, but Balinese gamelan is more kind of outgoing. So you're kind of expressing yourself more than Javanese gamelan. So you need more kind of more spirit, more energy, like, let's say.
So you have to switch between two.
Yes, if I'm going from Javanese to Balinese gamelan, I need to kind of change gear, for example. Especially if you're playing kendang, of course, because there you must be the centre of the group, and everything is revolving around you, and you need to have the energy. And sometimes I feel that if my energy is lacking, then the group kind of lacks energy, and if I am energized, then the group will follow. So for performance, of course, if I'm feeling energized, I think the group is better and the performance is better. So yes, a different kind of approach, I think, to playing. Balinese and Javanese gamelan.
Go back to the workshop. You've been doing lots of workshops in Gamelan. Is it that, can I say that you're promoting Indonesian culture through the UK, through the world?
You can say that, yes. I mean, I do workshops with all ages, from very, very small children up to bigger children, right up through adults. And even when I'm teaching very little children, before I let them play the gamelan, I talk about what it is, where it comes from, what it's used for, about the cultural context. I think that's very, very important. It's not just a collection of instruments that you just hit. That I think the culture is very important. So I'm trying to kind of teach them, even little children, I'm trying to teach them something about where it comes from. So hopefully some of that will filter through. So yes, in that respect, I think I am helping to teach them about Indonesian culture. And of course, playing gamelan is not just about, for them, it's not just about the culture, it's about learning music. A lot of them have, don't play other types of music at all. So they're working together as a team. And if they learn something about music from that, that is also very important. So not just about the culture, but they're learning about music, and also about working together as a group, working as a social group. And this, I think, is the difficult thing for very little children, having just been teaching some this morning, is that how, once they start playing, they forget about everybody else, and they're just kind of just playing. But even by the end of the session, they're hearing all these different things that are going on. So that, I think, they've made progress. And if they remember something about Indonesia as well, about Java or Bali, then that's...
It's in Japanese culture, through the gamelan. So that is our heritage.
Of course. But it's filtered through a kind of English aesthetic, English feeling. Do you want me to talk about that?
Yeah.
Are you back on?
Yeah.
Okay. So what were we talking about? Yes.
We should be grateful to you, because you are helping us to spread out our heritage, our culture. It's through music, through gamelan. You are helping us.
Yes, but it's not. It doesn't necessarily remain pure Indonesian culture. It becomes filtered through a kind of English feeling. So I think it's very important to allow people to write new pieces for gamelan. Very important that obviously it's going to be different here than it is in Java or in Bali. So 5-year-olds that are playing music, 6-year-olds that are playing gamelan are not going to play like players in the kraton. They're going to have their own kind of feeling. So it's going to be something different that is occurring. And new types of gamelan are occurring here, or new ways of playing which are different from Java and Bali. And that's how it is. They're kind of I like to think of it as new flowers that are growing from this kind of this mixture.